Hey guys, how's everybody doing? Hello. Yeah, so I cannot believe I got some information. I hope you guys I'm waiting for okay, let me start over. Let me woosah for a minute. Hello everybody. Hello. I am here to talk about a couple of things, guys, okay? We're going to be talking about what's in the title. I am late today, guys. It is 7:49. I'm going to go ahead and wait for some people to come up in here. All right, y'all, because we are going to be talking about some information that I found out about Sister Locks XL. Kind of interesting, very interesting information. I found out about that, and then I am going to answer a question from one of my subscribers that I thought was very interesting. And then also, I am going to show a new product. Now, I do not know how this is going to be. It's going to be based on this is supposed to help with hair growth, and it's a natural thing. So I'm excited about that. That is the most thing that I'm excited about because it's a natural product. Okay, guys. But I'm gonna try to wait and see if I can wait for some of my usual suspects that usually pop in here. I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna like deal for a few couple little minutes to see if I can wait for somebody, a few of you guys to kind of pop in. I got my water, y'all. I got me a Stanley. I thought this was so cute. This one is the rose colored one. Oh, let me take my little lipstick off here. I really don't want that on there. I'm gonna use a different straw because I don't really want no lipstick on my straws. But anyways, yeah, guys, give me a second. Let me just change this out. I'll be right back. Hold on. I'm going to use my glass one. All right, y'all. I am going to, I know it's a little bit late starting, guys. Usually I start at 6 o'clock. We all know that. All right. But I got some information on the Sister Locks XL. So I definitely want to give some information about that because I know we was all concerned about what was going to go on with the Sister Locks XL. Got my handy dandy glasses. We're gonna put those on and we're gonna read about that. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and start just because of the timing of things. It's like 9 minutes to 8. So I just want to go ahead and get this. So for anybody that comes in, just go ahead and watch the replay and get the information from that. Okay. So I'm just going to go ahead and read. I got a few other different things, but we're going to go with this because I think this is pretty detailed. Okay, so I'm just going to read verbatim like what they're saying. Okay, guys. So, in regards to Sister Locks XL training, it is projected to launch in January 2025. So you will have to registration is required for the 2025 training session starting in January. Although I did see something from AI saying that as of March the sessions hadn't started yet. So I don't know exactly which one is true. But anyways, so the registration started in January with the training itself starting on Saturday, February the 1st, 2025. Keep in mind, I did see another thing that they said that it was not started yet. However, okay, the course details. So the details about the course, they said the course is a blended approach. Excuse me, a blended approach, including online coursework and a 2-day in person class. So it's going to be online coursework as well as a 2-day in person class. And then, okay, so the course term. The course term spans approximately 4 weeks with 35 hours of total training. So it's going to be 4 weeks with a total of 35 hours in total. Online coursework. Week one is going to include 8 hours of online coursework, and 2 weeks includes a 3 hour Zoom workshop and 8 hours of online coursework. In-person class is weeks 3 and 4, and that's going to include a break and a 2 day in-person class. So weeks 3 and 4 includes a break and a 2 day in-person class. Age requirements: you must be at least 18 years of age to attend a Sister Lock training class. And then the career opportunity: this training can help you become a Sister Lock consultant and unlock income opportunities in the natural hair care industry. Okay. But also, what they were saying and the other stuff about it, what they were saying was right now, as of, and so they were saying, like I said, as of now, the trainings have not actually started, although it's March, and that right now they're having trained consultants, and I think it's like consultants or ambassadors. They're actually doing the training with tools. So also, Sister Locks XL is going to have a brand new tool. Thank you, Jesus. I am so glad that they decided to do this tool. And it makes sense to me anyways, because the locks are going to be bigger. So it just makes sense to make a bigger tool. The other lock tools that we have, they're pretty small, so it just wouldn't make sense to use those. And as a matter of fact, I hope that they would also consider to update their old tools as well. And then they did say in the meantime that they were going to just focus on the issues with small lock wearers. That they are going to continue to address all of the small lock wearers, and maybe whatever issues they may that arises with that, which are a few, and they actually do need to address that. And another thing that I wish that Sister Lock would do, I just wish that they would just like kind of upgrade other things overall, like their old videos. Like they have a lot of old videos that they have that I think needs to come up to date. I mean, these are like super old videos that it, to me just doesn't make any sense. Okay, guys, when you guys come in, please thumbs up the live, guys. You know, do me that. Y'all all know about the algorithm and all of that kind of stuff, and say hi, guys. Like, you know, I see people coming in. Look, guys, nobody's gonna bite nobody. Say hi, how y'all are. I mean, because we see when people come in, and we don't want you to click off because we see that. It's all good. Everybody's welcome. So, you know, just say hi, how you doing, whatever. Hi, good evening, everybody. And it doesn't hurt to just click the like button, guys. Thank you for the one who did it. We got 5 people in here. Can we all just do like? I would definitely appreciate that. Thank you so much. Much obliged. Okay. So if anybody has, I don't know if anybody is interested in doing the Sister Locks, you know, the XL, or if you're just all lock wearers, or even if you're natural hair wearers and you're considering taking that class, that's going to be a more economical type of class to take. I definitely am assuming that they're not going to charge as much as they did for if you just took the regular Sister Locks course, because it's not just going to take the time. It's not going to be as time consuming. And I wonder, they didn't. One thing that they didn't mention is how many locks that the Sister Locks XL is going to have, and I'm actually kind of interested in seeing how many locks, because with regular Sister Locks, to in order for you to be considered having Sister Locks, is you got to have 400 or more locks for that to have been considered. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm interested in seeing that. So I'm interested in seeing how many how many is going to be in that or whatever. I don't know why, because I don't even know many if a lot of people are into counting their locks or not or whatever. But I do know that that was a thing, so people were doing that as a thing. So that's the reason how come I'm saying that and being interested. I'm trying to think of anything else that they said. So they said they're really just trying to, I think they're doing a lot of practicing right now and just making sure they're perfecting it just, before they roll it all out. They just want to kind of make sure that all of that is copacetic before, we get on the scene with, so they like Sister Locks is coming to town. That's what they're saying. So for all those folks who are interested in registering, and I'm interested. I'll say that I'll say that I am interested in actually taking the class. Right now, I definitely do have some other stuff in front of me that I got to just get done before I do it. But once the training does start, I am going to look a little bit further into like how much it costs and all of this different type of stuff. And I'll see, when that'll determine when I'll take the class. And thank you for all those who have done the thumbs up, guys. And just, I'm just asking if people could do that and then just say, hey, I mean, this is probably some of the new people, because usually if this was my crowd, they would already be like, hey, how you doing? Da, da, da. So these might be new people. And if you are new people here to the channel, Faith Lock Life, thank you for coming in. Thank you for, looking at the channel, and hopefully you're getting a lot of good information from the channel. Because that's what I strive to do, is to give you guys information. And if you have any questions or anything that you want me to answer, make sure you put that below, and then we can have that conversation about that, you guys. And just aside from that, before I answer the question, because I did get a question from one of my subscribers that is very interesting. I'm gonna actually answer that as well, and then hopefully this can give some information to people as well who may be dealing with the same type of issues that like me, like with the thinning right here, guys, because a lot of us, are dealing with that. Like that alopecia stuff is on the rise, guys. And um, I want to be able to address that and kind of just go over that again, just to continue to reiterate to my sisters out here and brothers, because there are some guys who wear the brother locks as well, like some of the things to keep in mind when you are thinking about this lock journey and going on this journey, guys. Okay, and just the things even before the lock journey, right? Because there are things that you should do to make sure that you're trying to maintain your locks and just not get into the thinning, because just as well as you can have thinning with other styles, you can have thinning with locks too. Like that actually applies to us as well. And that's going to depend on over retightening, getting your retightenings too tight, the DIYers like me, and actually understanding properly how to do it. I took the whole Sister Locks course, so the DIY training, I mean the retightening training came with that when I took that. So I had found out that at that time. But just also, even if you're not a person that's wearing locks, because I have found that some of my lovely lock stars here are not, they're not locked in Sister Locks. Some of them have traditional locks, or even, who knows, some people may have free form locks. Some people are just loose naturals. And I have been through most of that. Like before I got locks, I was a loose natural for about 10 years. I wore my hair out loose and natural for 10 years. And you can get a lot of stuff from that. Even some of the videos of some of the shampoos I use, some of the, just different types of things about natural hair coloring, all of that kind of stuff are in some of my videos. There's a lot of over 135 videos that you guys can look through. Okay. And there's a lot of information there, guys. Okay. So I welcome all of you guys, all natural forms. I love it, and I just and it's a great resource. So if you know people who need some information on anything natural, go ahead and suggest the channel. Did they discuss the retight schedule for extra? Okay, okay, CK. Okay, thank you for that question. Did they discuss the retight schedule for extra large, or are they not addressing it? Hold on, let me look at that because I want to say, wait a minute, did they address that? Hold on, let me look this up. Just a lot. Oh, they pretty much are going to be doing. They're pretty much doing that. The same thing as Sister Locks. So they like for Sister Locks XL, a general retightening schedule is every 4 to 8 weeks, but this can vary based on hair type, growth rate, and lifestyle factors. Okay, okay. So here are a more detailed breakdown. It says initial stages. So the initial stages of it. Oh, thanks for the heart, guys. Thanks for the heart. Oh, okay. Thank you, guys. That's nice. That's right, y'all. Show some love. Y'all show some love. I appreciate that. So, but anyways, in the initial stages, they said yeah, oh no, you're definitely welcome. So it says during the first few months after installation, follow up visits are recommended every 4 to 6 weeks to monitor progress and ensure proper locking. Now, in terms of when you got your regular sister locks, thanks for the hearts, guys. So with the regular sister locks, right? When we did our installations on someone, you have to come back in 3 weeks. So they had us do 3 weeks for that. So I'm kind of surprised that they're saying come back to. That's why, in a way, I want to go ahead and just take the training so that I can definitely see what they're saying in the training because they're saying here a range between 4 and 8 weeks, which they could probably say come back in 4 weeks. If it was me and I was doing somebody, I would definitely have them come back either in that third or fourth week so that I could check on the locks. That's if it was me, that's what I would do. Okay, so and then in the mature locks, it says as your sister locks mature, your consultant can determine a regular maintenance schedule, which typically ranges from 4 to 8 weeks, which is the same thing with sister locks. And then they talk about the factors affecting frequency is your hair type, which that does make a difference because it's going to be if your hair is fine, if you got fine hair or slow growing hair, it might need less frequent retightenings, while thick or fast growing hair might require more frequent appointments. And then your lifestyle, that does factor in your lifestyle as well because it says like if you're swimming or frequent exercise can cause locks to unravel or slip, potentially requiring more frequent retightening. Locking process, if your locks are experiencing minimal unraveling or slippage at 6 weeks, intervals might be optimal. So basically, and this does make sense. And this is something I'm glad they came up. Hi, Tina, Scott. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Apologize for the late chat. Pray that everyone is having a blessed and wonderful evening. Oh, thank you. We're glad to have you here. And y'all heard it, y'all. Hopefully, everybody's having a good chat tonight. I mean, it's doing well. Case in point, if you are, depending on your lifestyle, if you're a type of person that exercise a lot, you may go out for your runs or whatever it is that you do. And that might cause you to, well, for one, it's going to build up a lot more salt on your scalp because as you sweat, you know, the salt is going to come out. And that rate may require more rinsing. And here is where I want you guys to be careful, okay? Because especially in the initial stages or like for those who are already fully locked, you don't have to worry about this. But if you are newly locked or you're thinking about it or know someone who is, like, these are just kind of some informations I tend to pass on to people. But if you are, you do have to be very careful about like the water. Like you can't consistently be putting water on your locks and different things like that. And then you have to, so maybe it might be effective to wear headbands, like, you know, around your perimeter of your head when you're running or whatever it is that you're doing, because you want to just try to eliminate as much as possible, like the sweat and whatever, because a lot of times you will get slippage. When I first initially got my locks done, like I slipped all the way up to a year. Like it, that literally lasted me throughout a year where my hair was slipping a lot. And there was a lot of times where literally like the front of my locks, and this is where they call the whole perimeter around my edges all the way around. Literally, some of them would just come out. Like it would just come out, and I would have to like go back to my loctician and have her re-put, you know, replace the lock, like put it back in and stuff like that. And then so just keep that in mind, guys. Like if you're first starting out or if you're getting ready to get them done, that's something that you are going to have to watch out for. Is like, you know, a lot of the water in your locks getting wet. Like, you know, so we all know that it's probably, I would say, especially in the beginning, it would be like best to wash your hair like every 2 weeks. I would say like every 2 weeks will be optimal to kind of just have your wash schedule. Okay. So they have here. I just want to see what they're saying. Consequences of skipping retightening. Skipping retightens can lead to thinning locks, uneven matting, and the need for multiple sessions to address issues like bumps. That is true, because when you do start your sister locks and stuff like that, staying on your schedule really is going to be important, because that is going to keep the integrity of your lock like all the way through. And I've seen so many different things where people, I've had some people that have come to me that is 3 months out, 6 months out from their retightening. And when I say it is like, oh my God, like when you're that far out from your retightness, it is a job to get that back together. I'm telling you, it take a lot of work to get that back together. And there is a lot of damage done to your locks when you wait that long. And there's a lot of thin points, a lot of, like, you deal with all of that. And, you know, and sometimes in a lot of cases, it's just like you got locks that's just snapping off in at weak points, like so easily. And if you kind of want to keep a nice set of locks, you're going to have to make sure you keep up with your retightness, guys, like on your schedule. So that's going to be very important to do that. And I think a lot of you guys that are already here, especially the ones that are like 2 years in, 3 years in, 4 years in, and more, I'm sure you guys know the importance of that. And then so self retightening, once your sister locks are stable, you might consider taking a sister locks retightening class to learn how to maintain them yourself. And this is what I will say about that, because I have been doing that for some years now. I've been maintaining my own locks for maybe about, I would say, I think about 2 going on 3 years now that I've been maintaining my locks, guys. And let me tell you something. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Let me keep it real with y'all before you go and be one of them DIYers. Like, okay, let's just keep it real. Um, for one, I would say this is very tedious work. Okay. And I know Sister Locks push that because they want to go ahead. Sister Locks is making money just like anybody else. Okay. Oh, thank you. Hi, Cover Natural. Hi. Thank you. I'm so glad to see you here. Oh my God. Hey, girl. Thank you so much, hon. But anyways, like I was saying with the whole DIY process, guys, keep in mind that this is tedious work. This is not like just easy peasy. And for one, you have to have a passion for doing hair. Like you actually have to love what you're doing. Like it's just like anything else. Like if you have a passion for something you do, like me, I'm the type of person, I'm not great at researching. I know some people who love to do research. Like there was like a person, like I had a friend that she is like such a research type of person. She will just read for hours. She loves looking up things. Now, if that was me, I would get a big fat F. I will do whatever it is I need to do, but that's not my thing. I'm not passionate about that, but I'm passionate about hair. Okay. So I take out the time to do this and decided to be a DIYer because I'm passionate about hair. That is the only reason why I'm doing this, because it's and a lot of times even with my clients that they're like, oh my God, like every time you come, your hair is always done, your locks look like they're always da 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 da. And that's because I take the time to do it because that's something that I have a passion about. But I even get tired of it. It's not even like whenever I need to do mine, it's always like, oh, gung ho. I don't always feel passionate to do it all the time, but I will eventually do it because I have that energy to do it because I love to do hair, right? So I'll eventually end up doing it, but don't fool yourself to be like, you know what? Because I know a lot of people are complaining about the price point for sister locks and keeping them up, and I understand it. Trust me, I get it. I understand it because there's so much stuff, and especially with everything that's going on out here, the prices of food going up, the prices, and with this Agent Orange in office with all this other kind of crazy stuff that's happening, guys. We don't know what the future is going to hold. And then you're trying to keep your hair done. And then what the prices of socks and that. So trust me, I get it. And you may decide, like, I'm going to just do it myself. But I just want you to consider that even with me being a person that is experienced in sister locks and all of the knowledge I have, when I started, I still made mistakes. Like these are small locks you're dealing with. So until you get that practice, because just because you go to a class and then you're like, oh, okay, I got it. That doesn't mean that it doesn't take practice. Like you can go to that class, but it's going to take practice. And then you have to keep in mind you are going to be relocking over 400 locks or more. Okay. So you gotta get into the reality of that. Like, oh my God, I'm going to be. You got the back of your head, which requires something different. Natural cover natural says, so glad I caught you. I totally agree. You gotta love what you're doing. Definitely something so time consuming as a retie of sister locks. You listen. Let me tell y'all. I'm gonna tell y'all something. You definitely do not think for 1 second that you do not have to love what you're doing or that you're not going to have a passion for this. Like, not just hair, like anything. Like, this is like, trust and believe me, like if I get tired, someone who loves hair and loves it, I have a passion. Like this is something that I have been doing over 30 years in my life. I've been doing hair for over 30 years, being in salons, working at schools, teaching at schools. I have my own students, all of that. I've done everything to my hair. Like, listen, I'm trying to tell you, I'm just thankful to God that I have hair on my head because I've done so many things with my hair, guys. Y'all, I'm serious. I am thankful I have hair on my head. So I've done it all when it comes to this. This is my passion. And even I be like struggling sometimes to get my retightens finished. When you're dealing with something like this is tedious work. Okay. So this is what I would say. For those, I'm going to give y'all some solutions. Okay. So for those who are thinking like, oh, I'm just going to do it myself. I'm just going to say, keep it real. Please keep it real because this is not nothing easy to play with. You've already invested and spent a lot of money in this, and you do not want to just mess up your set of locks because you're frustrated with the price point or whatever. You're going to either, the things you could do is actually have put this as as like a self-care day. Like make it where you getting your hair done is your self-care. And like, okay, you might have to lessen a little something over here that you might like to make sure that you can have the money you need to go get your hair done, and just make that either your self-care day, or if your birthday is coming up and people want to buy you something, just say, hey, no, look, could you give me the money for that, because I would like to use that to get my hair retightened and done. Like, just think of different things. Like I thought of different ways to get my sister locks paid for. And part of it was like my boyfriend at the time paid half of it. And then I actually did people get birthday money to pay. Like my daughter gave me some money for my birthday, da da da. So you can just think of different ways, like actually put some little, save some money, be saving money to put aside for it, or birthday gifts, or whatever it is, like, to do that for that, because you really do have to be honest about that, or you will actually waste, or take a chance of messing up something that you really invested in and spent a lot of money in. And I know y'all don't want to do that, because I know that I don't want to. This is a journey, guys. This is a journey. So, but if you are one of those one like me, and you have a passion for it and you love it and you don't mind taking out the time, then go for it. Go ahead and do the class. I would suggest that you do the class, because it's not just about. And don't think that you're going to take shortcuts, because if you take shortcuts, it will be a shortcut. Meaning, okay, they got stuff online. I'm just going to do the pattern and then I'm just going to do it like that. Yes, you can do that, but there are actually other things that you need to learn about it. Okay, there's other things like when you have to when you're doing this and you actually need to combine locks. There is a way that you combine locks. Like you can't just combine locks any kind of way. You have to do it in a way where it's consistent with how your locks are going, and that you're not literally messing up. Now, I'm not big on the grid, like how everybody's like, oh, the grid. Like, so in the beginning, yes, that's out there. You do want to keep some consistency with your partings and things like that, but don't stay stuck on that. Don't be anal about it, because as you're going along and as you may need to combine your locks, your grid is going to change. Our hair doesn't grow in a grid. And I really wish people would understand that our hair does not grow in a grid. So no matter, and I know a lot of people was putting emphasis on that, like, oh, my grid looked like this, oh, I got my grid done. And I just kind of, it's like, I feel like Sister Locks told a story to people, and they just kind of went with that story, like about the grid and about the, it's just different things that people try to put emphasis on about how fast a person should go and how this or that. Now, there's a few things that people put too much of an emphasis on things without really fully understanding, is what I'm trying to say. Like, it's so don't get so stuck on all of those things, like the grid and the time, because sometimes it might take somebody more time to do your hair than this person, because you just have more hair, thicker hair, and this person's hair is finer, and she doesn't have that much density in her hair. Therefore, I will get done quicker with her than your hair. When you have a whole full head of hair, there's no spaces. You are, all that beautiful glory is there, and it all has to get retightened. And so there's always going to be pros and cons about everything, and Sister Locks is no different. So we do have the pros and cons there too. Okay, guys. So, but just don't get stuck on those kind of things. And DIY, it can be great. It can save you money. But all I'm just telling you is just to make sure that you're up for that task, up for that job, and that you'll actually go to class, because I think it's worth it. Like, because it's going to teach you other things that you need to know, because they will teach you about repairing locks. They're going to teach you properly how to combine your locks. So you're gonna actually learn more than just the sister lock pattern. It's just not going to be the pattern you're going to learn. You're going to actually learn additional stuff to keep your locks good and well. Okay. And so So we got through that. So now, guys, I'm going to answer this question. I got a question from one of my subscribers, and I just want to say thank you to all of my new subscribers, guys. I'm up to 718 subscribers. Anyways, thank you for all the new subscribers to the channel. Thank you so much. I really appreciate each and every one of you guys. Okay. Let me give y'all some hearts. That's 100%. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks for the love, guys. Thanks for the love. So this is the question from Karen at Karen. So if you happen to watch this at Karen, I'm answering your question right now. Okay. So this one's at Karen 48 to wait a minute. At Karen 48 2005. Okay, so she left this from me yesterday. She said, "Hi, loving your channel. Thank you. Would like to know what type of hair thinning you have. I just found out that I've androgen genetic alopecia and I have been locked for 5 years. Now, don't know what let me see. Now, don't know what to cut my hair. Dermatologist recommended, guys, I'm going to try to pronounce this word, spironolactone for me. Are you taking anything?" Okay, so for me, when I did go to the dermatologist, because I did, they told me that I was at the beginning stages of alopecia. Now, I do know that they have different types of alopecia, like the one you named here, androgen genetic alopecia. Like, so that's genetic, probably through your family. My father was thinning, but I don't think that that can come from my father, because he was the male in the family. Although all my brothers ended up thinning, I have four brothers, and every single one of them ended up thinning. And actually, they actually all wear bald heads. Thankfully, they look good in their bald heads, but they all went bald. Had to shave down because of the thinning of their hair, and I ended up thinning. My sister did too. To be honest with you, I don't know if that affected us as women. That's something I may have to look up. But my mother had a head full of hair. My hair was more like my mother's hair when I was younger. Because and until the day my mom passed on, she had a head full of hair, like literally a head full, no spaces, nothing. Like she just. So it wasn't my mother. So I just think that I didn't think that you could get it from a guy, but I think so, because my father actually ended up being the one that was bald, and we all thinning. So, but like she said, okay, let me get back to the question. Let me get back to her question. Okay, so mine's was beginning stage. As far as what I got from the dermatologist, they said I had beginning stages of alopecia. And I have been, now this September for me, I will be locked 9 years, guys. So let me just, and then, so everybody else, well, let me just, so here I am, guys. So this is me with 9 years, and it's been a journey, y'all. It's been a straight up journey. So this is me for September, okay, and it's like I'm right here, and in the back, it's like when I pull it down to the back, it's like bra length. But this is where I am for almost 9 years in September. So I'm a little over 8 years. And she said they recommended this product, the spironolactone. For me, I was prescribed, what is that, Rogaine for men. They gave me a combination. They did like Rogaine for men, and then it was another product that they gave me. And to be honest with you, I don't remember the name because I do not still have it. I used it for a little bit, but I'll tell you, because to be honest with you, I really want to just continue to do natural things with my hair. So they was telling me that that was a super strong type of prescription that they gave me, and they was telling me that I needed to use that only every other day because of it. And I'll just say, when I did take it, with the Rogaine, because the Rogaine was supposed to stop my hair from falling out anymore. But this other medication in combination with the Rogaine for men was supposed to stop the hair growth for whatever hair growth that was able to grow. Because so you have to understand, if things go a little bit too far, right? And then maybe you have some dead, if your cortical, if it goes down to the cuticle, your cuticle layer, um, and some of it, your hair cells die off, some of those things are not going to come back. So you may need more intense treatments in that event if you're dealing with that. I ended up stopping after a couple of weeks because for some reason, I don't know if it was just in my mind or whatever, but I kind of felt like I was like having like a little bit of a discharge from it. I don't know. It was just my urine smelled a little different. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know if I'm just like was tripping or whatever, but to me, I felt like, because that's the first time that ever happened. When I started using that, and I just was like, no, I just stopped. To me, I just was like, I'm just going to try to find some other avenues. So one of the things that I have been doing just to kind of combat like some of my thinning is I have been combining a lot of my locks. Like I have found that has been okay. Hold on, let me. That has been helping my hair a lot. I noticed that now with my washing and everything I'm doing. I'm just telling y'all, right? If some of your locks are thin, you may want to consider. Now, this is completely up to y'all, but I just if you're thin, if your locks are too thin, you may want to consider combining them. And I'm telling you, because you're going to need that stronger base. I have, for me, it has been positive for me. I found that my locks are getting a lot stronger since my base is stronger, but it makes sense when you have a stronger base. And just looking at other people with bigger locks, you'll see that their locks are just sustained a lot better. Like, and that's just the way I feel about it. And not just because of my feelings, it's because I see it. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I am experiencing it. So one other thing that I have that I do to strengthen my hair, if my locks feel like they're really feeling a little weak or whatever like that, I do use a henna. I use a henna. I'm like I'm gonna try to see if I can get this henna place to like kind of pay me to talk about them. Well, I'll see if we can come to some kind of deal because I'll be putting them out there a lot. You know what I'm saying? And it's this henna place that I've been doing. And I noticed that it strengthens my hair a whole lot. Like, but that's a protein thing. Whenever you do like these hennas, that's more of a protein based thing, but you got to balance that out. You can't just do protein without actually doing the moisturizer. So if you do put a henna on, it actually dries out your hair a little bit more. It strengthens it, but it kind of actually dries it out in a way as well. But I always counterbalance that with a deep penetrating conditioner or like a really good conditioner to balance that. So you don't want to over moisturize your locks, especially if you're just starting out, but you don't also want to put too much protein, because if you put too much protein, you're going to harden it and then you can snap your locks. So they will break. So you got to make sure you have a balance with that. And that goes for people with locks and people without locks. So if you want to go like a natural way and you want to use these different natural products, they can be great. But like anything else, too much of anything can be bad. Even if it's good, you can't do too much of it. So you got to find a healthy balance. And as it relates to hennas, I usually try to do those as much as I can, like in the beginning, because I would say I've been doing hennas in my hair over maybe 5 or 6 years. I would say about 7, because I started hennaing. I've been down here about 4, going to 5, and then 2. So about 7, about a good 7 years, I've been putting henna in my hair. And I would say every 6, 7 weeks is a good place to be when you do a henna, because you don't want it to do too much. I tend to wash my hair like every 2 weeks. And then when I do that, I still do a conditioner. It might not have to be a deep conditioner, but I still do a conditioner on my locks as well when I wash mine. But you got to understand, my hair is fully locked. Okay, so if your hair is not fully locked, you may not want to do that. Speak with your consultant and make sure that you can do those type of things. Okay, so I have been watching. With that said, I have been watching a person that is really into her health and all of that kind of stuff. And guys, remember your water, your water intake, guys. You got to make sure you're doing a lot of water to stay hydrated, for your hair to stay hydrated. And it's what you're putting in your body as well, guys. Like if you're putting a bunch of junk in your body, then guess what? Junk, junk in, junk out, right? So that's another thing that I'm trying to do, just really, really stay on my health journey, guys. And I have, as far as any alcohol, little wine, or little things like that, guys, I have been I have been off of that for 2 months, guys. Yay! Hold on, let me give myself a celebration for that, honey. Not that I was like, that's a celebration for that. Listen, let me tell you something. Not that I was like a big time drinker or anything like that, but sometimes after work, I might have wanted to have a glass of wine or some prosecco or something like that. I was never like a hardcore drinker, but I still drank. You know what I mean? And I always kind of wanted to see how it would be to just stop drinking. And I'm just like, you know what? I've been feeling so great. I've been loving it so far, and I'm trying my best just to stop from here on out, guys. I'm just gonna see how far I could take that. And so I'm gonna see how that even affects my hair, like from not even drinking any kind of alcohol. I don't smoke of any kind, so I don't do any of that either. And I'm just trying to get in with the good food. But I did find out about one product. Now, I am not. I don't know how well this is gonna work with my hair, but I heard that this is a nice product to use to promote hair growth, like to thicken your hair and put it out. So it's guys, and it growth. So I've heard. I have started it for the past days, and since it's nice and natural, I'm trying it. And that is organic black sesame seeds, raw unhulled. Okay, so this is my new thing that I'm trying in conjunction with my remedies to help keep my hair where it is, keep it in the healthiest state possible, guys. Is that and these, that's the way they look, these jet blacks. And you'll see it sometimes, it's on they usually put these on, I've seen these before on some sushis where you'll have see some of the black seeds on top. And you can also put this in your salads. So that's what I've done so far. But I seen the girl just actually taking them in her mouth like a teaspoon and just chewing it in the morning as soon as she gets up with nothing on your stomach. And then this girl's hair is nice and thick, like, but she also eats very well and drinks a lot of water. She's out in the sun all the time, so when you're just taking care of yourself, then you're going to have good results, guys. Okay, so all of that, everything that we do, everything that we do on the inside is going to show on the outside. So that's just the things that we have to keep in mind. Everything we do on the inside is going to do on us, and that includes exercising too. So I've been feeling a little bit sore and my goal too is, and I'm not a big gym person, so that is my issue. So now I am just dedicating myself to 1 day a week. Okay, 1 day every Friday, I'm getting in the gym, and once I get that down, once I can commit to that and be realistic with myself, because I had a coach from my job. I had a health coach that someone I decided to talk to. Because listen, guys, if you have these free benefits at your job, go ahead and take advantage of these free benefits if they offer them to you. Like, so you can get coaching service, therapy, this, that, all this other kind of stuff. I implore you guys to take advantage of it. So I did that. And I found out that my problem was I tend to bite off more than I can chew. In the beginning, I start off really good. I'm like, I'm gonna do this. I'm getting in the gym 3 days a week. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. And my intentions are all good. But then guess what happens? It falls down because realistically, I know realistically, I'm really not that gym rat person for real. So I have finally learned that I need to set realistic goals. So I'm trying little by little, whether it's cutting out certain foods and replacing them with more healthier things. Getting that one day, I walk every day because I have my little dog. She's in the room, but I walk her every day. So I get my exercise every day from walking twice a day with her. And then I at work, I walk up the stairs. I try my best to do that, guys. There's all kind of different ways you can get that stuff in there. And so I do maintain my weight in a certain type of way, but I know I need to get up in that gym to get that heart rate up so that that helps to stimulate hair growth, stimulate your scalp and stuff like that. Keep that continues to move like how it's supposed to. Okay. So guys, I ended up getting this from Amazon. And you could probably buy it anywhere. Like, I'm sure any health food store, Whole Foods, Trader Joe's, or your with Harris Teeters, wherever it is you live, that's a health food store. I'm sure you can find these sesame seeds. Yeah, you should be able to find these in your regular grocery stores and things like that. But like I said, I'm not sitting here just being like, get it, get it, get it, because I don't know yet. This is literally my first week using it. So I don't know how well it's going to work. I don't know if it's going to help to fill in my hair. Crossing my fingers though. I hope so, but I don't know. But yeah, guys, so that's really pretty much all I have for tonight. It is 8:38, guys, and I have to get up for work in the morning, so I don't want to hold anybody too long tonight. Sorry about my delay. Usually I get on at 6 o'clock, but I was late today. Anyways, I did want to get that information out to you guys about the update on the sisterlocks XL. And the more I find out down the line, I'll let y'all know when and if I take the class, the training and stuff like that. I'm gonna see. It's gonna depend, how I feel, like if I'm gonna get into it or not, like meanings really start to do it. I am currently doing sister lock retightenings, and I did an install while I was down here. So we'll see, we'll see. But I am definitely interested in that. And if anybody else have any other questions, about some other remedies that we can use as far as like thinning or any of that, just leave that down below. Maybe somebody can, get something from that, guys. Okay. Hey, Kathy Scott, how are you? How are you? How you doing? Glad to see you in here. It's towards the end. If you want to see, oh, okay, I know you did. I know, finally, finally, finally. And what's so crazy? Usually, I don't even come on this late. If you came in, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. I usually don't even come on this late. I just ended up kind of being late, and someone had asked me a question. One of my subscribers asked me a question. I was like, let me jump on there and answer this question. And then also the update. I did an update with the Sister Locks XL. So you may want to just go ahead and look at the replay so you can, catch all that information about that. And then one of the new products that I'm using now that is supposed to be for hair growth. We'll see. We'll see. I guess I'll just show you since you're here the organic black sesame seeds. So yeah, yep. So just like when you watch that over, you'll be able to get all the information. And like I said, I have to get to work in the morning, and other people I'm sure got to go to work. I've been on almost an hour now, so I don't want to really, I got to get my sleep too, and then I'm sure everybody else too. But I am glad that you caught me, because usually I don't think I don't know if Kathy, have you ever caught me before? I'm not sure if you ever caught me on before, because for some reason I'm not. Yeah, you did. You did. Okay. 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 All right. But this was cool, though. I'm glad that, I always just be happy with whoever shows up whenever. I feel like whoever shows up when I'm on, those are the people that was meant to be here and us to kind of gather and, have our conversation about what we talking about. And then for those who want to see it, the replays are always there. So whoever wants to see it can always do it. And there are some of my usual suspects that's usually always here. So I was like, I'm missing you guys that usually be here, Plumber and how can I like forget oh Jesus. I have so I'm y'all forgive me for if I forget names because I am horrible at names. Like I try my best, not I'm horrible at names. But anyways, guys, I just want to, I see people are like clicking out, and that is a okay because I have to get ready to head out myself. But like I said, I want to thank everybody from joining here tonight with me. It was a pleasure to come here and give you this information, guys. As I say, as always, Sharon is caring, y'all. Sharon is caring. And if you guys have any questions, make sure you leave it down below. Let anybody else know if you feel like this information can help them or anything like that. Just let them know about it. Have them come here, watch the videos, and join me on Sundays at I would say between 6 and 7. Okay, 6 and 7, y'all. And just bear with me, y'all. Just bear with me. Y'all already know. And sometimes you just need a little break from social media too. So that's another thing too. Like you do got to take a little break from this from time to time. So that's what I be doing sometimes as well. But my heart's always in a great place, guys. Okay. So, anyways, until next time, I will catch y'all in the next one. Let me give y'all some hearts, okay? I love you guys. All right. I'll catch y'all in the next one. Bye.